Hello and welcome to this week's video. So today we're going to have a look at those slightly oddball Doctor Who Discoveries series, as well as the Doctor Who Monster book, published in 1975 and 1977 by Target. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get to it. So this is the first of the Doctor Who Discoveries series that we're going to have a look at today. So there's not many of these, and they were published by novelisation publisher Target, and it was a bit of a spin-off. They are distinctive for having these incredible, beautiful painted jackets, and I certainly remember these at the time. And maybe, I mean, I'm not 100% sure what the reasoning was behind these, but maybe they wanted to, come over as, educational, as well as just being the normal stories. So published in 1977 by W.H. Allen, which is the Target imprint, of course. And I remember these at the time, and they're basically, it is fact, but with a Doctor Who spin, basically. And they're always famous for having a really nice colour poster on the inside, and I think mine have got the colour posters. And it was basically a reproduction of the front cover jacket, and a little farewell from the Doctor at the back. So these all followed a very similar format. 75p was the original price. So that was the first one, Strange and Mysterious Creatures. Then we've got Space Travel as the next one. I remember being at a convention in the late 80s, and the original sort of galley proofs, I believe they were, not the original cover art, but the galley proofs was either on display or it was for sale. It's the poster of that one. And these were great. I mean, they are a bit of a curiosity. They're not, obviously not as attractive as the original novelizations, but they are part of the Target story, and they're almost the next bit to cover. I've done the original Doctor Who in paperback up to 1975. My next period will be 75 to 1980. These, however, aren't quite part of that run, but they are part of the Target story. So Prehistoric Animals. You've got here Early Man. And I'm not really sure what the print runs were like on these, but they certainly seem to be around forever. So I can even remember in the 80s picking these up, and they only ever seem to have had one printing. And these were still around in the early 80s in bookshops. So I don't think either they had massive print runs, so they had lots of stock, or they just didn't sell very well, and they were in bookshops for ages, because you don't, apart from the occasional picture of the Doctor and the TARDIS and what have you, that's basically it. The book which really sold the series, so they were all 1977, which really sold this series, which came out around the same time, was this one, which is fantastic. So this is the Doctor Who Monster book. Now, they did release an updated version of this in the late 70s in a smaller format, but this is the one that, if you're a fan of those early Target Doctor Who books, which I am, this is the book to get, because it's a bit of a homage to it. Beautiful artwork throughout. Shows all the original novels on the back that were published up to that point, which is, once again, I just love that. The all-important poster, exactly the same format as the other books. A beautiful poster inside as well. Chris Achillos poster. So comes recommended, this for sure. Now, it's actually written by Terrance Dicks. Now, as you know, he'd done a few years earlier, he'd done the, with Malcolm Hulke, he'd done the making of Doctor Who for Piccolo Books, which was Pan. This was the updated one a few years later. So this is 1975, but it's in exactly the same format as the Doctor Who Discoveries series. But this is all Doctor Who throughout, and boy, is it really good. This is a lovely, lovely bit of original memorabilia here, and I would certainly recommend tracking this down. I mean, just to see, what a shame this isn't all in colour, but just to see some of the great artwork from the Target books. Now, a cursory look on eBay showed that this book is available. However, really nice ones are getting quite difficult to find, particularly with the poster intact. So a really mint one, you might expect to pay now £15 to £20 for one of those. Whereas a nice one without the poster, maybe about half that. The book itself isn't too scarce, and there's lots of lower grade copies. So if you just want one to have a read, you won't have to pay too much for it. However, I would recommend getting yourself a really nice one, because this is one of those books that I think you'll absolutely love, and certainly is a key part of the Target story, and they sort of fit together along with the Doctor Who Discovers books. So recommended, and well worth tracking one of those down. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this look at this slightly offbeat subject for Doctor Who fans. So please don't forget, if you'd like this video, do me the favour and give it a thumbs up, and if you want more content like this, do hit that subscribe button. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.